You know the score. People are idiots. This guy is utilizing the center turn lane correctly. But this is the juice that ruins your underwear when you fart too hard. Annoying Andrew is completely misusing the center turn lane. He wants to turn here and is going far beyond the 200 feet in that lane allowed by law. But his idiotic move gets interrupted by the guy doing it right. Let me introduce you to some open parking spots. But this guy decides to double park instead, right in my way. Oh, and he's really good at directing traffic too. That whole situation was about as pathetic as a guy getting a life insurance policy for his wiener. Blatantly barbaric Bradley thinks red lights are so last month. Oh, right to the red light. It's a good thing I was hanging back like a nutsack in the wind. This guy left his trailer sticking out on this 60-mile-per-hour highway due to avoiding car crash debris. Oh my God, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know, but watch out.
Wow, but this was still foolish on his part and could have been disastrous. Yeah, he just couldn't stay behind the car. The roads sometimes seem like the Wild West, where anything goes. This guy thinks he's the Clint Eastwood of badass driving. After a bunch of lane changes and fighting to get ahead, he really gets nowhere faster. We're gonna just ignore this one who waits till the last second to get over. But back to this wannabe intellectual and his continual pointless lane changes. Oh, and the illegal lack of a front license plate. But his brain not found 404 error is the central theme here. More nonsense. Oh, did we just get ahead of him? Guess he's not the badass he thought he was. We're back to the year 2015 again, and the things we saw were quite unbelievable. And by the way, tell me in the comments below the craziest thing you've ever seen while driving. Crackhead Kathy's family was a little smaller back in 2015, but they still got around, and LSD Lenny got around in this little tampon box that's lucky to ever reach 60 miles per hour, even downhill. But that doesn't stop him from illegally passing me on the right, blowing the stop sign, and stealing everyone's right-of-way. If someone's butt is missing its asshole, this is where it escaped to. This is the worst spot I've ever seen with people who pull out without ever looking to their left.
for being right on the wrong side.
When people suffer from intellectual incontinence, they do things like pull into intersections they can't clear before the red light. You've seen this intersection before in previous videos, and you'll see it a few times more in this video. As you might know, this is a right turn only, and when this direction gets a green arrow to the right, traffic over here gets a green arrow to the left at the same time. Yet, intellectually constipated people still attempt to turn left here. I'm sitting here eating lunch, witnessing this event, and I decide to help out. Many humans have two senses: common sense and nonsense. We all know which one this guy has. Janky jackass Jenna cares more about keeping Tahoe blue than keeping herself from being publicly shamed in front of thousands of people on YouTube for being a complete numpty. First, she runs a stop sign, then hesitates when it's clear to go. Rolls the next stop sign while failing to signal, and fails to signal the fact that she's parallel parking. And why do we need 2 Keep Tahoe Blue stickers, which lower the value of her car from about worthless to negative $2,000? Her driving skills are worth even less than that. Oh look, Tiny Tim came back from the dead, got a sex change operation, bought a Subaru, and is now hallucinating that she parked in a parking spot. This is not a parking spot, it's a driving aisle. And now she's gonna tiptoe through the tulips that don't exist, but not before she notices our camera. You'd think her truck was controlled by a rudder instead of a steering wheel.
What are you doing?
Doug the ditzy dope makes an illegal U-turn. Then moments later, while I'm parked, facing the other way and eating lunch, he's a fellow with only 1 sense, nonsense. He's trying to make that illegal left. Even seeing drivers turning across his intended path still isn't enough of a clue. He's one of the few jackasses that actually go through with the turn. This is Paranoid Pansy Paul. He never turns right on red no matter what. Despite the fact that it is clear to go, nothing is blocking his view. He sits there anyway, prompting a couple drivers to honk at him.
Wow.
That traffic light stays red far more often than it goes green. This long backup is a result of his paranoia. Maybe he's having Civil War flashbacks. This living specimen of a brainless organism has a red arrow that she ignored, went through the light, and makes an illegal U-turn while totally cutting off oncoming traffic.
Wow, that was crazy.
Here's an available parking spot. And here's a man with a higher sperm count than brain cell count. He has to have this spot instead, and holds up traffic waiting for it. That was massively idiotic of him.
Yo, you don't need to turn that wide. Jeez. God, you're a horrible driver.
Another fool trying to turn left. And here, yet another idiot not looking to her left at all at this Bermuda Triangle of dementia patients.
God.
Did I ever mention that I really hate when people do this? Someone nearby honks, and the guy in front of me thinks it's for him.
You didn't have your blinker on, dude. Shoulder check.
Purchase is at 300.
This limo company driver pulls over in a red zone and then forgets to check his mirrors. A lady off camera runs her stop sign and cuts me off, so I honk. Now she slows down to yell at me as if I was wrong. That's textbook narcissism, guys. But this Karen bystander over here is so distraught by the honk, she stops what she's doing to glare at me in disgust. Don't dare rip a fart around this lady. She'll have you arrested for assault. Here's an important lesson. If you can't finish your turn without blocking traffic, don't turn yet. But she's too far from being a mental gymnast to wrap her head around that concept.
In 2005, me and my wife decided to start the resort party. Everything was going well, business increases steadily.
Oh, wow.
I've said it before, there are 4 things that make up this universe: protons, neutrons, electrons, and morons. This is one of those morons. He doesn't understand the concept of a turn lane, so I show him how it's done. Hopefully I embarrassed him and he learned how turn lanes work. And yet another moron who doesn't understand turn lanes. It's too bad nobody drove up in the turn lane alongside him for a "you snooze, you lose" teaching moment. This is one of the most incompetent drivers I've ever seen. Get ready to cringe in 3, 2, 1. As he was pulling out, he never once looked my way, but we're not done. He's now struggling to maintain his lane. And now when traffic stops, he reacts late. It gets worse. When we all move off on our green light, he remains stopped and actually waves another driver to turn in front of him who has a red arrow. This is beyond utter stupidity, and still having trouble keeping to his lane. He did so many things wrong, I can't help but wonder how many crashes he's caused since this was recorded in 2015. You know what happens here? More brain cells sacrificed. Same intersection, different angle. The dashcam driver wasn't about to let this fool turn left.
Again. And there's one from Texas. Keep going. Dumbass. Stupid.
But this fool actually succeeds in turning left. Once again, except he corrects himself eventually. The flagrant law breaking is so out of control in this town, the cops make bank patrolling the streets. This is one of the most entitled Tommy Turd faces I've ever seen. He creates traffic chaos so he can illegally reverse into an intersection against the flow of traffic to go the other way.
What are you doing? You're an idiot.
What the f...
This flatbed driver triggers a chain reaction. He's tailgating this big rig, fails to pay attention to the fact that this silver car's lane is ending, realizes it only at the last second, starts going into the left lane to avoid the silver car, but then squeezes the blue car out of its lane, while Cameron went to the left lane to avoid the flatbed truck and silver car conflict, but ended up having to panic brake to avoid the blue car panic braking to avoid the flatbed, all because the flatbed truck driver wasn't being observant or cautious. Shame on him. You can see this as a circular green light, which means Turd Brain Thomas over here has a red light. But that means nothing to this meth addict. He barely even has the brains to check for traffic.
Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh.
Cereal companies really need to quit handing out licenses.
for that spot. You just came in here and...
I'm going the right way, you're not.
Alright guys, there's a lot more exciting content to come. So be sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon, drop a comment below, give us a thumbs up and share. Also, check out some of our other videos. Thank you for watching.